Hey everybody, Arcader Zero, Azrod Tom here with another role-playing game review. This time it is a source book review for Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, the X-Men source book. This is an absolute gorgeous book. It clocks in over 250 pages. Looks like it's very well made. The art in it is fantastic. It's got a lot of great information, especially if you're looking at stats for all the X-Men that are out there. They do a really good job of describing everything that went on. Now, truth be told, I collected X-Men comics up until about, it was after the Dark Phoenix saga, after John Byrne left, Paul Smith started doing the artwork. Somewhere around there, around New Mutants, probably about until 91 when I went off to college and I couldn't afford comic books anymore. So that's pretty much all I know, and plus what I learned from watching the X-Men cartoons, the new X-Men 97. But this is a really good book with a lot of great information. It does contain new rules and some new powers and abilities, new rules like rules for psychic warfare, which is kind of cool. I like that. The game system itself from the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, I think I've said this before, I see what they were trying to do. The creator was really clever. It seems like you have to try and work this in here, and he did a great job. The only problem I have is with some of the mechanics. The game mechanics work fine, but like Professor X can punch harder than Daredevil, which I don't think is right. But since the game is set up the way that's kind of one of the faults. And technically, it's easy to fix. You just say, well, Professor X, when he's fighting physically, he doesn't fight at this rank, he fights at this rank. But it's another step that you have to go through, and you have to check and see if it's in line with what the character can do and what they have. But since Professor X is a higher ranking character, he can do more physical damage than Daredevil, who is a lower tier character. It's kind of one of the faults of the system. I also had some problems with some of the write-ups, like the strength of Spider-Man and how they handle Mighty and everything else, and trying to figure out how much can a character lift. It's all kind of, wibbly wobbly. You have to kind of make a lot of that stuff up. But I guess they were kind of going for like a mid-cinematic, like more comic booky feel. But let's get back to the X-Men book. This just came out. You can get it on Amazon. That's where I ended up ordering mine. But in addition to the X-Men roster, you've got like Alpha Flight. You have all the other X Factor teams. You have a history of the X-Men, which I found very interesting. You have like layouts of the mansion, the Blackbird. Their TRS 77, something like that. Blackbird. They have like all the alternate timelines of the X-Men because they did a lot of that. See, there's the Blackbird right there. They have the Marauder, which I don't know what that is. I'm sure that's from one of the comics I did not read. But if you get it on PDF, I'm sure you can. Well, I don't think they sell these on PDF. You might have to get these. You can get this on, I think, Demiplane and also Roll20. So they might have those where you can break those maps out. And for most people that play online, you're probably going to be utilizing one of those two tools since it's officially supported. But decent book, well put together. I'm looking forward to the next one, even though I don't really play this. If it's Supers games, I always go to Prowlers and Paragons or Tiny Supers, so easy. But this, with the new rules and everything else, it's kind of interesting. It made me think maybe I might try it at some point. Well, what do you guys think of the multiverse role-playing game system, the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game system, and the X-Men book? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah, it's a decent book. And if you like the system, definitely pick it up. The end.